Hi! So I wanted to do a teal look for about a week now. Actually in my head it's more like a mint green type of a situation, so kind of like a teal mint green, and I think I want to do a cut crease, and I also think I want it to be Euphoria inspired. And what I mean by that is I'm going to add rhinestones. That's all. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start by priming my eyelids with just a tiny bit of concealer. I already set my brows into place. I used my beloved Got To Be Glued gel. Lately I did not fill in my brows. I just set them and that's it. When they are set like that, I just love them. I don't feel like I need to do anything else to them. Now I need to look for a palette that has the shade that I imagine. Okay, I think I'm going to mix things up and use shades from two palettes. I have here my Sapphire Obsessions by Huda Beauty and also the Colourpop High Society palette. I want to use this shade, but I feel like it's not teal enough, it leans more blue, so I will probably have to mix in a little bit of this shade from the High Society palette. Let's see how that goes. I don't think I have clean brushes though. I'm just going to use this one. It's a brush cleaner mist from Dam, which is like that German drugstore. I think it's popular in most European countries. I'm not sure though. It's very popular in Romania though. I became a little bit lazy with cleaning my brushes. Okay, brush is clean. This is a Morphe 507 by the way. So I'm going to take this shade. Let's see, first I want to see how it looks on its own. Just going to do kind of like that cut crease shape. So applying it kind of high in my crease like that. And winging it out. Like that. And yeah, indeed it's kind of blue. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of that green. But it's very beautiful. It's kind of like that summer sky type of a blue. I'm going to use the same brush and take Don't Care here. And let's see how these two mix together. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Look at that shade. Oh my god, love that. Love how these two mix together. After I lay down the pigment, I'm kind of blending it into my crease. I just use whatever is left on the brush. And I don't think I want to make it any darker than this. So it's going to be kind of like a pastel cut crease type of a situation. But I think it's a little bit maybe too green. I think this shade covered it entirely. So what I'm going to do is just take this blue and this green and basically mix them together on my brush. And let's see if that can bring a little bit of blue back. Not really. Still love the shade though. What if I leave it like this? No, I'm actually going to try again, but this time I'm going to take the green and then the blue. So it kind of has more blue in it. That kind of switched things a tiny bit. Not that noticeable though, but I kind of notice. This kind of looks like the EU shade from the Nikki Tutorials palette. I definitely need a little bit more blue. I'm just going to pick the blue on its own and just apply it on top. I think that green is way too pigmented for this. It kind of washes away that blue. Okay, I feel like this is it. Yeah, this is definitely teal. I truly hope so. I brought a little bit too much in my inner corner for my liking, but anyways, probably I'm going to be able to clean it up with concealer. And again, doing that little extension there. Next, I'm going to take my concealer on a flat brush, and I'm going to use this to cut the crease. Wish me luck for this, because I did not do a cut crease in such a long time, so I might be a little bit rusty. This requires so much concentration and patience. What I'm doing is stamping it a little bit above my crease, because I have a deep set eyes, and as you can see, if I'm looking ahead, my crease swallows everything. That's not a problem. The problem is that it transfers. Whatever I apply on my lid, it transfers on my crease. So I'm just going to try to make it a little bit higher to avoid that transfer. And again, I'm going to wing it a little bit like that. And I'm going to need a little bit more concealer. It doesn't look that clean, the ideal method would be first clean up with a Q-tip and a little bit of micellar water, and then go with the concealer on top. But I chose the easiest way. Not sticking my mirror to my face is very hard. I want to try to lift this outer corner a little bit more, kind of weighing it out like that. Here in my inner corner I'm going to try to clean up the green, so it's going to be pretty lifted here. When I do cut crease, I lift my brows so high that I get a headache. I don't know if that ever happens to anybody else. I'm gonna need a flat brush. I'm keeping my brows raised so the concealer won't transfer on my crease. Like I said, anything transfers on my deep set eyes. I'm gonna need a flat brush. This is a Juvia's Place small definer brush, and I'm going to pick up this shade here, kind of like this mint green. It's a little bit soft, but I really like it. Kind of stamping it. I'm really careful here at the border. I don't want to get shimmer on this matte side here. I think I need to do my face makeup before going into the rhinestones, because like I want to really extend them, like really go into my temples here with the rhinestones. So I might have to do my face first, so I make sure to cover these before sticking them. I figured that I should do kind of like a smoked wing as like a base for the rhinestones. I'm going to pick this darker shade from the High Society palette. And I'm basically using the same brush and just smoking it out like that, kind of in like a wing shape. The brush is very helpful because it has that pointy tip. I'm not trying to be precise here, I'm just smoking like that. Also to add a little bit of definition in my outer corner. Okay, now like I said, I'm going to move on to my face makeup. I'm going to prime with my primers that I need to finish. The Makeup Forever Dulness Eraser Primer. I'm going to use this one kind of on the sides of my face. It kind of adds a little bit of glow. I don't know what it's supposed to do. Oh, I wasn't supposed to add it on my nose, but whatever. And blend this into my skin. I'm going to be careful here, even though I can always blend it out again. Okay, and in the center of my face I'm going to go for the Beauty Blender Leveler Primer. This is a smoothing primer. It kind of blurs out the pores a little bit. Just going to press that in to smooth out the texture. Okay, for foundation I'm going to mix two shades from the Fenty Hydrating Longwear Foundation, kind of like pump and a half of each. I'm just mixing them on my hand and applying it to my face. Taking whatever is left on my hand and start blending it. I'm gonna add a little bit of concealer, concentrating in the inner portion of my dark circles. That's where my discoloration is. So just placing it here. This is the Maybelline Fit Me, by the way. I'm just bringing it down a little bit, just to highlight this area. Did I just change the placement of my concealer? Maybe. I'm gonna use the same sponge and just start blending this in. I'm going to do a little bit of cream contouring. Going to use my Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation in the shade 45. I'm gonna pick my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, just coat my brush into the product and just stamp it. It's pretty subtle, but I do like it. Kind of adds a little bit of warmth too. And I'm also applying a little bit of that on my forehead. And going to apply some of that on my jawline. I forgot the word for a second and I'm blending it down my neck. And a little bit of that underneath my nose. Just because it looks so flat when everything else is contoured and my nose is just light in color. Now I'm going to need to set. I'm also a little bit shiny, just a tiny bit. I'm going to blend those creases before I set. I think I'm also going to have to do a little bit of baking underneath my eyes because this concealer is not really that long lasting, so baking could help with that. I'm just going to pick a little bit of powder on my sponge, creased again, blending those creases and stamping a little bit of powder. I'm just going to work it in with my sponge. I'm also bringing it down a little bit so I can set my pores area. Just going to pick up a brush and set kind of like my T-zone a little bit, doing little stamps with the powder. I'm going to pick this Sigma blush cheek palette and use the lightest shades. I feel like these days I just use these light shades, and I feel like I like it more. I usually, like, I felt like there was something wrong with my face makeup, and probably there's a lot of things wrong with my face makeup, but one of them was that I feel like the blush was too dark for me. So I just need kind of like light pastel colors in order to, because I do have like pretty fair skin tone, but I do feel like my makeup, especially my face makeup, looks so much worse on camera than it does in real life. At least in that monitor. I'm going to see when I edit if it looks that bad. I think I need a powder bronzer as well. Okay, I'm going to apply a little bit of this Dior nude bronzer. Just place it underneath the blush to add a little bit more color there. For highlighter, I'm just going to use my baked highlighter from e.l.f. I feel like I like this most because it's more subtle. I do have more blinding highlighters, but I always just go back to this one. When I do apply like a more blinding highlighter, it just looks off. I don't know why. Since my face is done, I'm just going to dust a little bit of that mixture, the green and the blue, and just dust that on my lower lash line and connecting it to the liner again to have a little bit of a base there as well, a base color. And now I need something on my waterline because this actually makes me look sick. But first I'm going to highlight my inner corner. So I'm just going to use the same highlighter and pop some of that in my inner corner. I'm going to use this. Actually, it doesn't look right because it's blue. Let me look for a green one. Is this too dark? Anyways, I'm going to use this. This is the Sapphire collection 12-hour contour in the shade Luscious Emerald. Going to apply that on my waterline. It is a little bit dark. It kind of switch up the whole look, but whatever. Okay, I got my rhinestones here. I think I'm going to start sticking these to my eye. I'm gonna use my lash glue as usual. This is black, but I'm going to try to hide it with the rhinestone. So I think I just need to start and then I'll see where this is going. Just going to pick it up on a toothpick like that, place some dots. I'm going to add more after I place these down. I think I need to space them apart a little bit more. Maybe I'll try using a smaller one here because I don't think I have enough space for that. These are really close to each other, aren't they? I mean, it's a little bit weird. Okay, I did my other eye as well. I kind of like the placement more on this other eye. I feel like it's not that crowded like here. And that's a good thing because this is my good side for pictures. I'm going to apply some mascara. I think I'm going to need false lashes as well because this is really intense. I hope not. I'll see how it looks with just mascara. I'm heating up my lash curler first. Like, I actually hate applying lashes to myself. I'm really loading up my lashes in hopes that I won't need falsies. So applying it on the lower lashes. I'm going to pick up some more and apply like a second coat. I'm really focusing on the outer corner lashes because I feel like those can really be floppy on me. Okay, these are my eyelashes with just mascara. I'm still thinking if I should add at least outer corner lashes, but until then I'm going to do my lips. I'm going to line them with this Boys and Berries pencil in the shade Butter Nude. I need to sharpen this thing, but I don't know if I can because it's so tiny. The center of my lip, I'm going to apply this Sleek Matte Me in the shade Feels. I'm going to add some gloss as well. What should I do to my hair? Because I don't feel like leaving it down like that. Okay, I just did a simple pony with the front pieces out. These are getting kind of long. I think I need to trim them. But this is the look. All complete. I'm going to leave my lashes like this, because why not? Hope you like how it came out. I'm covering the rhinestones with these pieces, but like whatever. Anyways, if you did like this look, you can give it a thumbs up down below, but you knew that already. I'm just here to remind you. I will stop talking now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other colors that you want me to do, drop them in the comments below because I would love to hear from you. Hope you have the most amazing day ever, and I'll see you next time. Bye!